Hi, my name is Daniel Evans. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer here at EML Executive Development, and I'd like to take some time to talk with you today about how you can target your development using competency models like EML Insight and using your potential results that you should have in front of you as we go through these slides. So let's get started. I want to show you three important views you need to have as you develop yourselves. So these three views are based on needs for development, where you are, and where you can go. The first view that's important is where you are today. So here we're looking at where you are, what you master, and what you exhibit on the job today. The second view is what you can become. So this is essentially what you need to have in the future. As you advance, it's defined by yourself, but it can also be defined by other people. And the last view is what you can become, meaning if you work hard at your development, how far can you expect to go in your development in the year to come if you focus your energy. So it's your potential mastery. So we start with current mastery over here. If we work hard, we can get over to this person over here, this potential here. And we also have our target, which is here. This is something we'd like to achieve. It's a goal that we've got, but that's defined by our job, by how we define performance in our organization. So let's take a closer look at this. And what I've done is I've chosen 4 competencies here: business acumen, time management, creativity, and presenting skills. And what we've done first is we look at who we are today. So this is your first view of the person. It's your current mastery, and we can see here that current mastery of presenting skills is relatively low. This is not exactly probably where you want to be. Time management skills look pretty well mastered for the moment. Next image we want to have, or the next view, is where we need to be. And again, this is an image of the different competencies you need to have for the job coming up. Obviously, you don't need presenting skills probably now. They're very low. Do you need them for the future? This type of view is done by yourself or with your boss or with somebody else who can help define your future goals. So here, after having done the assessment, we can find that with your boss or with somebody else, we can see that there are some goals. Here we've got business acumen, which needs to be a little bit higher than where we are today. Presenting skills, which also need to grow. But it looks like we're okay in terms of time management. And we're not that far away with respect to creativity. So again, this is the level of different competencies that we want to master for a future job or for our current job. We have a phrase for this. This is called the gap. So the gap here is the difference between our current mastery and what we need to have for our job to be higher performers or for our future job. And we can see that the gap in business acumen is quite large. It's non-existent more or less for time management. It's very small for creativity, and it's quite big for presenting skills as well. Our third view is all about, well, how far can we expect to go if we work hard at developing ourselves on any given competency? So how far can we go? So again, here, if I put my energy and my time and access to resources at use, where can I expect to be? Well, we can expect to go pretty far. I can move forward a certain distance here. I can move forward here, etc. And this is my development potential. I'm moving forward thanks to the time and effort I'm putting into my personal development. Now what's interesting is when we combine these 3 different views, the view of where I am today, what I need to be in the future, and where I can get to if I put a lot of effort into my development. So here we see that for business acumen, I have a target here. I have a goal that's being fixed because I want to improve, let's say, my performance, and this is where the company would like me to be and where I can see I need to be. And if I work hard, I can get to this point here in the next year, which is pretty good. Time management, well, I can dedicate some time to developing this competency, and I can push forward quite a bit. But the reality is, I'm pretty good where I am, so that may be time poorly spent. Creativity, I can put some time into its development, and if I put a lot of time into it, I can actually go pretty far. But again, I've overshot the goal, which is here. So doing so may not be a wise investment. It may be best to maybe put a little bit less effort into it over the year, hit my goal, and then allocate some more energy to another goal, which could be, for example, presenting, where again I can move forward quite a bit, but not all the way, or business acumen. So that's our generic goal. That's where we see things panning out. Again, we've got many competencies to do this for, but we see already that we've narrowed things down quite a bit. Business acumen we can easily improve. Obviously here we can see this, and we need to do so. Time management we can easily improve, but we really don't need to, so you can already cross that one off the list. Creativity we can easily improve, and we need to just a little bit, so maybe we want to focus a little bit less energy on this one. Make it a quick win, however. Put this in your bundle of competencies to develop. Achieving this target here will be a positive reinforcement for your development. A quick win will increase your motivation that you can then use to develop business acumen or presenting skills. Now let's see how the Insight Competency Library and the potential test can be used to help you understand your development goals. And we'll start with the target goals, as I've mentioned before. First off, just a quick reminder, EML Insight is a library composed of 47 leadership competencies. We focus on developing what we'll call the entrepreneurial leader. It's described in the handbook. There are no technical competencies in this competency library. The leadership competencies themselves are distributed among 8 families: managing interpersonal relations, being task-oriented, self-management, problem resolution, operations management, team management, ethical management, and lastly, strategic management are the 8 families of the competencies. The EML competency cards provide a quick way to see the 5 descriptors used to measure each of the 47 competencies. So these are the 5 behaviors we would expect to see of somebody that's mastering self-control, intellectual agility, etc., all the different competencies. You can obtain these cards from EML if you'd like, and they're useful in defining your target goals. In fact, we'll use these now in a very simple exercise you or someone else can do to identify your target goals. So what we'll do is we'll start with the 47 competency cards in front of us, and we're going to sort them into 4 categories. And these categories from left to right are less important, nice to have, very important, and really essential for the job at hand. This is like, you gotta have these. We're going to be sorting the cards. We'll read the card one by one, and then we'll put it into a pile. And the idea is to attribute a value to each. We'll be attributing, for example, a value of 1, a value of 2, a value of 3, and a value of 4 for the cards that are placed in each pile. Now the question that follows is, well, how do you sort? Because there are different ways of sorting. The first way we're going to sort is in what's called an unbalanced fashion. We're going to basically place the cards in any pile in an unbalanced way. And this means that as we read through cards and sort them, we may have piles that are bigger than others, which is dangerous because we can actually end up with, for example, placing everything in the essential. Oh, it's all important for my job, and that really doesn't help us in defining a development portfolio. So what we'll do to correct this error is insist that we do a balanced sort. And a balanced sort means that we're going to try to make piles roughly of equal size. Now we've got 47 competencies to sort through. We have 4 piles. There's no way we can do that. If we had 48, it would be okay, but we've got fewer than that. So we'll try to distribute the cards in a more balanced fashion. So what we would expect to see is that we place them in the 4 piles, and basically there's to be the same number of cards. So Here I'm going to insist that we've got 11 in the first pile, 12, 12, and 12. This allows us to create a more balanced sort, and it forces us to make decisions. And again, what I'll do is I'll attribute a value of 1 for all cards that go in this first pile, 2, 3, and then a value of 4 for cards that go here. And all I need to do now is simply transcode the value that I've attributed for each of these targets or goals to the results. So if you turn to page 15 in your EML potential results, you'll have a listing of the competencies. And all you need to do is to take each competency card that you've got. So for example, find the social awareness and tact card, which pile is it in, and if it's in the last pile, well, you put a 4 in, over here on the right side in your goal. If it's conflict management, if it's in the third pile, you put a 3 in it. If it's in the second pile, you put a 2, etc. So now we've basically fixed the goals for our development.